Welcome to your video for Wednesday the 13th of January. This video is for you if you're somebody who's got the Year 2 Maths booklet, and today's task is to complete page 3. So each page, you will have noticed by now, is the same in that it's split into the 3 sections. So we're going to start with section A, which is your start up, into gear for section B, and then a tough challenge on section C. So the first set of 10 questions you should be able to do in your head, so work out mentally. If you can't, that's fine. You can use your purple exercise books or your whiteboard and pen to help you with working out. Okay, so you'll be doing some addition and some subtraction. So I'm going to do a few questions on the board, and there are some examples that will help you work out some of yours. So I've got 3 questions here. So the first one is 10 subtract 3 subtract 4. So that question's a little different in the fact that it's got 3 numbers in it. Usually when we have number sentences, we typically have 2 numbers, but it's got 3. Don't let that put you off though, because all you have to do, and I've spoken about this the last few days, is do it in sections. So if you do the first part first, we've got 10 subtract 3. So if we cover that up and ignore that, we can work out 10 subtract 3. So we're going to put 10 on our head and we're going to count back 3. So 10, 9, 8, 7. So I know the answer to that is 7. I've then got 7 subtract 4. So I'm going to put 7 in my head and I'm going to count backwards 4. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There we go. So if you cover parts of your number sentence up, it breaks it down and makes it easier. The next one then, I've got 6 add 28. Now, we've spoken about this in class. When we're adding, it's easier if we start with the biggest number. So I'm going to put 28 in my head, because it's the biggest number, and then I can get my 6 fingers. So 28, and I'm counting forwards because I'm adding, so the number's getting bigger. So 28, count with me, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, and then my final question, I've got 3 numbers in my number sentence again. I've got 15 add 4, take away 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore that last bit and I'm just going to do 15 add 4 to begin with. So I've got my 4 fingers, 15 in my head, let's count on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I know the answer to that number sentence is 19. Then I've got 19 subtract 5. So I'm going to put 19 in my head and I'm going to count back 5. So 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So my answer is 14. Now, if you struggle with working out any of your questions in your head, if the numbers are quite low, it might be useful to draw them. So if I've got, I don't know, if I've got 8, add 5. Okay, what I could do is I could draw my 8 and I could draw my 5 and I could count them all together. I'm just going to draw the second number though. So I'm going to draw my 5 counters there. Okay, now I know I've already got 8. That would be the number I'd put in my head. So I'm going to count on and I'm going to give them a little tick as I count them. So I've got 8, the next one will be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you can find your answers by drawing if you're struggling to work them out in your head. Let's look at another question then. Okay, so this time I've got a question that's written in words, and that's like your questions on section B in your booklet. So it says, from 25, take away 7. Okay, now I've already spoken about this week. If you've got a question written in words, sometimes it's easier to write them and to see the question in numbers. So from 25, so I'm going to write 25 there. Take away, so that's a take away sign, 7. So I've got 25, take away 7. Okay, so remember, we put the biggest number in our head, and then we get 7 fingers. So 25, we're taking away, so we're going to count down because the number's going to get smaller. So 25, count with me, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. And you pop your answer in the little boxes in your books. Okay. If you have a little look at question 3 in your booklet, you've got a question that says find half of 16. So in today's video, I'm going to have a little chat with you about finding fractions of an amount. So this one says find half of 20. Now you might already know that straight away. If you don't know, what you could do is you could draw a picture to help you, or we can use our times tables to find the answer. So when we're finding 1/2, we are splitting something into 2. So if I said, can I have half of your pizza? You'd split it down the middle and split it into 2 parts. So I'm going to draw that here. I'm going to draw a nice pizza and I'm going to split it in half, so into 2 equal parts. Now I've got to find half of 20, okay? So I'm going to put 20 toppings on my pizza. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so 1/2 of 20 then. So I only want 1 out of 2. So that means I just count up 1 section. So 1/2 of 20 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the answer would be 10. Now that's what you need to do if you're using drawing. Now that will get you the answer and it's an easy way to work it out. But a quicker way is to use your times tables. So 1/2, let me write it out like that, looks like that, 1/2. So I'm splitting it into 2 equal parts. So I'm going to count in 2s until I get to 20. Let's count. So we're counting in 2s until we get to 20. Count with me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And the answer is 10. And that was a much quicker way than drawing. Drawing's the easier way if you struggle with your times tables, but that's much quicker. So the next one says find 1/4, so 1/4 of 16. Okay, so I could draw a pizza. And this time I'm not splitting it in half, I'm splitting it into quarters. And that means I've got 4 equal parts. Okay, and then I'd have to share 16 because I'm finding 1/4 of 16. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I want to find 1/4. So I just need to count 1 section. And my answer we can see is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on the bottom one then, we're going to use our times table. So this time it says find 1/3 of 15. So whatever the bottom number is, the denominator, that's what we need to count in. So I'm going to count in 3s until I get to 15, and that will give me the answer. Okay, so if you know your 3s, count with me. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So the answer is 5. Okay, so I'd like you to complete page 3 today, and then as a challenge, can you please complete one of the tests on page 29? Please let me know on email how you got on, so how many out of 8 you got. So there's the time yourselves test, just complete one. And then I'd also like you to write out your 3 times tables and have a practice of them. You could even go on TT Rockstars, that'd be amazing. Good luck, I'm sure you'll do great, and I will see you tomorrow.